Hello everyone, I'm Deepika Singh. In my next part of our technical writing course, we are going to learn more about how to develop technical reports. Actually, in this video will be a comprehensive guide on technical documentation, where you will learn the fundamentals and the best practices for creating effective and engaging technical documentation. So let's explore and move forward. First, we are going to learn the importance of technical documentation. The technical documentation provides the users with information they need to effectively use a product or a service. This can range from basic instructions to the troubleshooting tips. So the first type of documentation report we prepare as a technical writer is user support. So user support, what does the user support do? What is the purpose of user support document? Actually, this is a technical documentation that provides users with the information they need to effectively use a product or a service. Actually, if like suppose if I had purchased a mobile phone, so how I have to use it, how I have to use, what are the various functions are there. You all have purchased a mobile phone, you all have purchased a new camera or any kind of electronic device. So there is a one book which comes with it, and in that book you can able to know the functions of each and every button and how we have to use it. So this is also a task of a technical writer, and this is called user support document. Then you then as a technical writer you have to develop a product development document. In product development document you have you it helps it a product development document uh, aid in product development by providing a clear and concise record of design decisions, features and functionality. Suppose like tomorrow you when you are going to work in a software company, because most of the technical writers work in a software company. In a technical team, always like at one hand there's a one team is at first hand and the second team is at back end. So they all are working, there are parts of their each and every software people are working in individual work. So how can a symmetry can be developed between them? How can they able to know what to do and what not to do? So everything has been well documented in this kind of product development. The first use of this product development document is this thing. And the second use is like most of, like if suppose our company has developed a project on railway, okay, for one point, another railway project is coming up, again they will not do so much effort. They will use a product development file of this previous project, and they will use it, and that will help them. They understand what kind of decisions at that time was made, what kind of technical features were added, what kind of utility, what kind of things, what kind of software features were used. And by the help of this document they can develop their next product in a less time. Next next it as a technical writer you have to develop compliance and legal documents also, because as a software company, as a technical writer you have to prepare legal documents also. What is the purpose of compliance and legal document? In many industries, technical documentation is essential for meeting regulatory requirements and ensuring compliance with legal standards. Legal standards means like na the most of the companies like na, because if what I have said to you and what you have said to me is nothing if it is not written and if it is not properly documented. Like if I am saying to a client that I will provide this functionality to you, and that how can a other person is going to be assured? So I have to give everything in written form, and that is properly signed by the both the parties. And if the client has promised to give that much of pay to our company, so how can we able to legally believe that concerned party is going to pay this much of money? So everything is that we have to develop a purpose, we have to develop, this is called proposals. We have to develop a proposal, legal proposals for each and every project. Then, as a technical writer, you have to prepare the documents for technical, for training and education. Like if suppose my company has developed a software, Okay, so we have to train the users at that particular company also how to use this software application. So this is also a role of a technical writer to develop the documents for training and education, like white papers, what the company is developing, all the blocks of, you must have seen the IBM blocks. These all the blogs are written by the technical writers to explain the users about their products and their features. You must have visited the Microsoft site. All the documents, all the information has been written by the technical writers. So technical documentation is a valuable tool for training employees, customers, and partners on the new products, technology, and the procedures. Moving further, we are now learn about the various types of the different types of technical documents. Okay, the first type of technical documents are user manuals, as I have discussed about the mobile phone. So in the user manuals provide a step-by-step instructions on how to use a product or a service. Then, as a technical writer, you are supposed to develop troubleshooting guides. The troubleshooting guides. What's the purpose of troubleshooting guides? As you file, you can understand by the name. Trouble is like if a person, if I'm working on a laptop, or if I'm working on any kind of on a tablet or something. If I had a trouble, then how can I be able to troubleshoot these problems by myself own without calling the other person or other concerned person. So this particular guide is called troubleshooting guide. The troubleshooting guides offer solutions to common problems users may encounter while using a product or a service. So as a technical writer, you have to develop the troubleshooting guides also. Then you have to develop a API documentation. What is the role of API documentation? Actually, API documentation provides the developers with information about how to interact with an application programming interface. Actually, this is a very pure technical thing. It is used by the software people. Like, I suppose I was talking about it. Like in a team, there are so many software engineers. Each and every software engineers have been assigned some responsibility, but they are working on one project. And at the end of the day, all the parts of the complete all the sprints of the work will be integrated together, and then a complete software is going to become. So how can this integration can be done in a proper way? So this has been done with the help of API documentation. This helps the user what the other person has to do, what kind of technical features the person has used, and how to integrate like that part to the next part. Like suppose if the front end is developed, then how the front end is going to be integrated with the back end. So this document helps in it to the software engineers. Now again recall the best practices for technical writing before moving further. So the first step is to know your audience. Write in a clear and concise style that is tailored to the specific knowledge and experience level of your target audience. Actually, if I have developed one project for one company and similar project has come out, and we cannot able to simply just follow the first. We have to understand the particular requirements of this client, and we have to tailor our approach. Somehow that first project will definitely will help us, but we have to clearly know the requirements of our new audience also. Then it's very important to focus on the clarity and conciseness. The concise. We have to use very simple language and avoid jargon. Structure your content logically with proper use of headings, subheadings, and bullet points to break up the text. Actually, in a technical field, we are not literature people. We are technical writers. We have to give the information from point to point. We have not to like no, we don't have to give everything in very large detail. We use very simple words, give the information points in bullet points and headings and subheadings. Then emphasize accuracy. Accuracy is very important. Accuracy is very important. You have to emphasize like now whatever information you are going to provide, it should be very accurate, it should be very correct. like if I'm giving a particular feature of a device, that it should be correct. It is done, it should not be wrong. That is very important. Then as a technical writer, use visual elements. Like if I'm explaining, if I'm developing a user manual and I'm telling you, I'm explaining the user to click on this button and then go to this button, how can user is going to understand this if we are not going to provide the clear pictures? Like first in this step, first go click on this step, then this picture, then go to this step, second picture, then third picture. Using the visual elements is very, very important. Now we are going to learn about how to structure a technical document. This is a diagram of a project management flowchart. You see, like in this we have to first of all we have to do a planning of project conception and initiation. Like if suppose some project has came out, we have to develop a complete plan how to develop this thing, which responsibility is going to be assigned to our team, and like now what are the information is required, what are the resources are required. We have to first of all do that. Then we have to do a definition and planning. Like now we have to plan, we have to do a charter means like task 1, task 2, task 3, what is the scope of every task we have to define. Then for every task what are the resources are required, we have to do, we have to set up this thing. Then what kind of a what budget is required for this, for these activities we have to set up. Then schedule, how much time is required for each and every activity we have to give it. Then after developing this plan, we have to set for the approval. We have to send this plan for the approval from our seniors. Then after approval, then we have to lead for the execution, or like the adjust or cancel. Like it is also here one thing, it is also left adjust or cancel. If suppose like if some kind of resources are not proper or budget is not proper handling, we have to do some adjustment also. Now again, after approval and execution, we have to assign the tasks to the individual, because there are also a team of technical writers. Suppose if there is a big project, then there's a team of technical writers, and we assign the tasks to the concerned team. Then performance and control, we have to monitor how the work is going on, the work is on proper quality or not. We have to monitor all these things also. Then monitoring the progress, then after completion the close. But how can we able to close a project? We have to sign off, evaluation, we have to check out whether all the features have been completed or not. Proper documentation, like every part has been documented proper or not by using the proper templates and standards. Then celebrate and achieve. Then again, see, again understand what happens in planning. Start by defining the scope of your documents, identify your target audience, and establish the goals and objectives of your document. And then content development, create the content for your technical documentation following the principles of clear, concise, and accurate writing. Then review and editing, like whatever you have written, it's very important to review our document. How? So what are the principles of review and editing? Have your documentation reviewed and edited by the subject matter experts and senior technical writers to ensure quality and accuracy. Then publishing and distribution. What is the meaning of publishing and distribution? Like I have developed one document, it is in my site, but the moment I just click on publishing and distribution, it means it is for the use of for the concerned users, or everybody can able to use it. And after publishing and distribution, I have no chance to bring changes unless it comes to me. Then it is basically it is very important to publish our technical document in a suitable format, such as PDF. Like these days, most of the technical documents are accepted in PDF forms. Like suppose like we used to develop a technical document in Word, but after completing in Word, we convert it in the PDF format. Or any kind of online system. Like these days, most of the proposals are sent in the form of PPTs to the clients, because it enhances the visual impact more on the client. So ensure that it is easily accessible to your target audience. Lastly, I developed a proposal, and I had made it in the PPT format because it was visually very appealing. Now we are going to learn about how to incorporate visual elements. I am again saying giving the diagrams, giving the proper pictures is very important for our technical documents. So what are the principles of it? The first is to use images. What is the consideration of images? Use high quality images to illustrate the concepts, provide visual examples, and enhance the overall aesthetics of your documents diagrams. Because actually, as a technical writer, everything should be properly. It should look good to the eyes. It's also very important, and the images should be relevant, should be logically related to your content. It should be in the logically aligned to the content. Then the diagrams are very important. Like as a technical writer, you have to develop various technical diagrams also. The diagrams are particularly effective for explaining complex processes, workflows, and technical concepts. You have to develop mind diagrams. You have to develop various flow charts, various Venn diagrams, lot of kind of diagrams. As a technical writer, you must know this, and you must know how to use to explain the technical concepts to the team. Then use the tables. Tables are very important. Tables are helpful for presenting the data, comparing the features, and organizing the information in clear and concise way. Suppose if I want to compare the feature of the two products, then table is very important. So with the help of table, I can able to compare the features of both the products very easily. Then videos. Then videos are also very important. Like suppose you have to take the screenshots of the working of a particular device or particular software application to explain the user in a more easier way. So videos can be used to provide step-by-step instructions, demonstrate features, and offer a more engaging learning experience. And these days, the screenshots of the interactive applications of the user is very demanding. Now, moving further, we are going to learn about how the ensuring of clarity and conciseness. So these are the main elements of system requirement documents. Uh, and but what are the principles? The first is to use simple language. Simple language, avoid jargon and technical terms that your audience may not understand. Please use, I'm again stressing, please use simple language. Then organize the content logically from heading 1, heading, then subheading, then third subheading, then the body part, then conclusion, references, appendices. So this is basically the standard way of making a particular document. For every kind of a technical document, either it is a SRS, either it is a troubleshooting document, or it is a API document, there are templates available for it, which or each and every company had their own templates which they follow. So you have to work according to it. Then just break up the task in a subparts, like in a logical way. Break up the task. Use the again I'm saying use the bullet points to show off your information. So here these are the main elements of the system requirement document. The first is constraint and assumptions. Constraints are like now what are the conditions which are being set for this particular software. What are the features which are required for our software application? We have to set up this thing. Then assumptions. Then function and system requirements. What are the function and system requirements of our concerned application? Then technical requirements, business drivers, system qualities, business models which we are going to use, acceptance criteria. Acceptance criteria means how what kind of features, how many features, what kind of level of quality should be fulfilled. Then only the client is going to accept this project. Then business and system use cases. System use cases, again, I'm just making you revise the software engineering concepts. Use cases is like suppose I have developed a project for, I'm very giving a very example, you is a library. Then what the user is going to do? The first of all, user is going to click on a book, on the books, which suppose will search for the books. Secondly, it will take the loan of the, it will request for the book. Then another will, it will return the book. And if a person will not return the book on time, then there will be a fine. So these are some of the business cases which you have also studied. So these are the things which you all have to develop also here also. Now again, now we are going to learn about a very important concepts of maintaining and updating the technical documents. Maintaining and updating the technical documents is to, like this, we have to develop a GNAT chart. Like GNAT chart, as you all know, it helps in tracking the project. Like here you can say task 1, activity 1, activity 2. You all must have been aware of GNAT chart. As a technical writer, you are also supposed to develop technical. You are also supposed to develop the GNAT chart also. Along with this, you have to work on version control. Version control is like, now suppose at the first I have developed one version of the technical document, then some quality issues have come, then I have to develop a second version and then third version until it gets a final approval. Then we have to regularly review our document, like if there is any kind of a, to see whether there are any kind of a problem or not, whether the project is going on timing or not, according to the schedule we have set. Then feedback mechanism is also very important. From where we will get our feedback? From our senior teams, from our subject matter experts, senior software engineers. Through them we can able to get our feedback, and according to their feedback, if it is required, we have to bring the changes also. Now this is a format of a SRS report. This is a template where you're going to use it. So you can see here, this is a scope. Scope is basically for simple application which defines the requirement management of software and system products. Like suppose this particular application is allowing the users to capture requirement specification, manage requirements using custom attributes, and like now MS Word, importing requirements from MS Word to Excel, and you can see here in it. So this is a next part. You have to define the product perspective, the system interfaces, hardware interfaces, communication interfaces, memory constraints, product functions, user characteristics, limitations, acronyms and abbreviations, requirements, open file, save file, document template, import, export, document view, requirement tables, the detailed information about the product. Then if we have done edit, how can we do it? Requirement attributes, custom attributes, attachments, if we are providing some attachments with it, so what are there, the comments, testability links, what are the links we have defined. Then full text search, reporting, edit response time, document size, the design constraints, verification. This is for the testing report part of that, and some supporting information. At the end of that, end of the document, we have to provide the references from this. The references basically what kind of what are the references we have taken to develop this particular software. Now see the troubleshooting guide. This is like it's a template where you have to write about the version number, date, author, and then you have to write about the introduction, about what is the purpose of this troubleshooting guide. Then before you begin, like again, I'm just saying. Then you have to do some preparation checklist, like what are things which are required, safety and precautions, troubleshooting process overview, common issues and solutions. This is basically like, again, you can see the table here. We have made a table through which we are giving the information, the step by step troubleshooting guide example issue, devices, advanced diagnostic tools and techniques, reporting of unresolved issues. Then appendix. Appendix is basically provides the extra information. Then we have to develop the glossary, tools and resource list, contact information. You can see this is how this document is. This is how this. Thank you very much for being this course on technical writing. I hope you are finding it very useful for you all. And in the next part of my this course, I will explain how to develop your resume, how to develop your profile on LinkedIn, and how to do the networking with the concerned technical writers and the companies. So please be supportive and see my other part, see the next part of my video. Thank you very much, and bye, and happy learning.